So today I'm going to make some cheese straws. So what you need is a puff pastry sheet. You need some cheese grated. So in here I've got some Parmesan cheese and cheddar cheese. You also need some mixed herbs, and I'm also going to put a little bit of onions. So I've pureed part of it and I've diced some of the onions so that we can have a cheese and onion straw. So you also need milk just to wash the puff pastry sheet. So first what you do is I have floured the chopping board so that the puff pastry doesn't stick to it. You need to do a bit of either an egg wash or a milk wash. So I've chosen milk, so I don't eat eggs. So I'm just going to wash the pastry sheet with some milk, like so. If you have a brush, that makes it much easier. But I don't have a brush. So just wash the entire sheet, like so. Okay, so I've washed the sheet with some milk. And what I'm going to do is, with 1/2, I'm going to sprinkle over a bit of pureed onions, like so, just to sprinkle it over. So it's going to give it a bit of an onion taste to it. The other half I'll leave it plain. Okay, so I've put some onion puree on 1/2, and the other half I've left plain. So the next thing we do is you get the cheese. Like this is a mixture of cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese, and we just sprinkle this over the puff pastry sheet, like so. So cover the entire puff pastry sheet with the cheese. Now that I've sprinkled the cheese over the puff pastry sheet, I'm just going to sprinkle some mixed herbs over it. At this stage you can also sprinkle over salt or pepper, but that's optional. So the next stage is to cut the sheet into strips, roughly 1 inch in thickness, like so. So I've cut the sheets into strips, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it to an oven tray that I've covered with baking sheets or parchment paper. As I'm transferring it, I'm going to twist the cheese round so you get a cheese string, a twisted cheese string. Or is it better to stand? Pause it back again. So this is how you twist it, like so, and then you just transfer it to the baking sheet like that. Press it. Okay. Press pause. So that's the twisted pastry on the in the oven dish. We now have to put it in the oven. So just follow the instructions that it says on the puff pastry sheet that came in. But my one here says that it should be 220 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be roughly it's roughly 428 degrees Fahrenheit. But like I said, just follow the instructions that it says on the puff pastry sheets. So you put it in the oven and you leave it there for at least 10 to 15 minutes until it puffs up and turns a bit of a golden brown color. Okay, so the cheese straws have risen and they've browned on one side. So now what we need to do is flip them over to the other side and put them in for a further 2 minutes. Okay, so I flipped them over. Just be careful when you're flipping them over that not to burn your hands. So make sure you use an oven mitt and a spatula just to turn them over. Okay, so I'm going to put them back in the oven for a further 2 minutes, just so that the bottom gets browned a bit. So I've taken it out. It's been around 2 minutes. All I wanted it to do was just to cook a little bit on the other side. So the puff pastry, so the cheese twists are done now. So all you just do now is transfer it to a plate. So that's the cheese cheese straws done. So half of it is cheese and onion straw, and the other one is just plain cheese straw. It makes excellent party food, and your friends would be really impressed by this. And it's quite simple to make as well. So enjoy it.